जय। बोलिए लाडली लाल की जय। श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। We will start with our daily prayer. Shri Gurave Namah.
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 Acharyam mam vijaniya navamanyeta karhichit namartya buddhya suyet sarvadeva mayo guru. हे परम प्रियतम
हे परम प्रियतम
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण
अनादिकाल से हमने
अनादिकाल से हमने
अनंतानंत दुख पाए
अनंत दुख पाए
एवं पा रहे हैं।
एवं पा रहे हैं।
पाप करते करते
पाप करते करते
अंतःकरण
अंतःकरण
इतना मलिन हो चुका है
इतना मलिन हो चुका है
कि रसिकों द्वारा
कि रसिकों द्वारा
यह जानने पर भी
यह जानने पर भी
कि तुम अपनी भुजाओं को पसारे
कि तुम अपनी भुजाओं को पसारे
अपनी वात्सल्यमयी दृष्टि से
अपनी वात्सल्यमयी दृष्टि से
हमारी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हो।
हमारी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हो।
तुम्हारी शरण में नहीं आ पाता।
तुम्हारी शरण में नहीं आ पाता।
हे अशरण शरण,
हे अशरण शरण,
तुम्हारी कृपा के बिना
तुम्हारी कृपा के बिना
तुम्हें कोई जान भी तो नहीं सकता।
तुम्हें कोई जान भी तो नहीं सकता।
ऐसी स्थिति में हे अकारण करुण,
हे अकारण करुण,
पतित पावन श्री कृष्ण,
पतित पावन श्री कृष्ण,
तुम अपनी अहेतुकी कृपा से ही
तुम अपनी अहेतुकी कृपा से ही
हमको अपना लो।
हमको अपना लो।
हे करुणा सागर,
हे करुणा सागर,
हम भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि
हम भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि
कुछ नहीं मांगते।
कुछ नहीं मांगते।
हमें तो केवल तुम्हारे निष्काम प्रेम की ही
तुम्हारे निष्काम प्रेम की ही
एकमात्र चाह है।
एकमात्र चाह है।
हे नाथ,
हे नाथ,
अपने विरध की ओर देखकर
अपने विरध की ओर देखकर
इस अधम को निराश ना करो।
इस अधम को निराश ना करो।
हे जीवन धन,
हे जीवन धन,
अब बहुत हो चुका,
अब बहुत हो चुका,
अब तो तुम्हारे प्रेम के बिना,
अब तो तुम्हारे प्रेम के बिना
यह जीवन मृत्यु से भी अधिक भयानक है,
मृत्यु से भी अधिक भयानक है।
अतएव प्रेम भिक्षाम देहि,
प्रेम भिक्षा देहि,
प्रेम भिक्षाम देहि,
प्रेम भिक्षा देहि,
प्रेम भिक्षाम देहि,
प्रेम भिक्षा देहि।
बोलिए साकेत बिहारी श्री राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी श्री यादवेंद्र सरकार की जय। श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। We will all stand for Aarti. श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम् श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नव नील नीरद सुंदरम् कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नव नील नीरद सुंदरम् पटपीत मानहु तणित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम् पटपीत मानहु तणित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम् श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् भजु दीन बंधु दीनेश दानव दैत्य कंश निकंदनम् भजु दीन बंधु दीनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम् रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम् रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम् श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारुदार अंग विभूषणम। सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारुदार अंग विभूषणम। आजानु भुज शर चाप घर संग्राम जित खरदूषणम। आजानु भुज शर चाप धर संग्राम जित खरदूषणम। श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरण भव भय दारुणम। इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजनम। इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजनम। मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामादि खल दल गंजनम। मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कामादि खल दल गंजनम। श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरण भव भय दारुणम। नव कंजलोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम। श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम। बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती
प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की।
दोहन सिर कनक मुकुट झलके। दोहन श्रुति कुंडल भल हलके। दोहन दिग प्रेम सुधा छलके। चसीले बैन रसीले नैन रसीले सैन। दोहन मैनन मन हारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। दोहनी दृग चितवानी परवारी। दोहनी लट लट कनी छवि न्यारी। दोहनी भाव मटकनी अति प्यारी। रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान। दसन दम कान दोहुनी बेसर छवि नारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। एक उर पीतांबर फहरे। एक उर नीलांबर लहरे। दोहुन उर लर मोतिन चहरे। कंकन निन झनक नूपुरन भनक दुहुन रुन जुन धुनि प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजै एक सिर चूनरी छवि छाजै दुहुन सिर तिरछे भल भ्राजै संग ब्रज बाल लाडली लाल बाह गल डाल कृपालु दुहुन दृगचारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की जयति जगद गुरु गुरुवर की गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गुरु पद नखमणि चंद्रिका प्रकाश जाके उर बसे ताके मोहत मनाश जाके माथ नाथ तब हाथ करवास खाते हुए माया मोह सब ही निराश आवे गति मति रति राधा वर की गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की अरे मन मूड चाडु नारी नर हाथ गुरु बिनु ब्रह्म श्याम होना देंगे साथ कोमल कृपाल बड़े कृपा सिंधुनाथ काके नहीं आज तू अनाथ हो सनाथ इन्हीं के आधीन कृपा गिरिधर की गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की भक्ति योग रस अवतार अभिराम करि निगमागम समन्वय ललाम श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धाम बाट रहे प्रेम निष्काम विनुदाम हो रही सफल काया नारी नर की गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की लली लाल लीला का सलोना सुविलास छाया दिव्य दृष्टि बिच प्रेम का प्रकाश बसा ही विनोद वही मंजू मृदुहास करे बस बर बस उच्च अटहा जय हो झूमी चले चाल वही नटवर की गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की जयति जगद गुरु गुरुवर की गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की यस्य साक्षात् भगवती ज्ञानदीप प्रदे गुरौ मर्त्या सद्धिः श्रुतं तस्य सर्वं कुञ्जरशौचवत् एष वै भगवान् साक्षात् प्रधान पुरुषेश्वरः योगेश्वरैर्विमृग्यान् लोकोऽयं मन्यते नरम् यमुना निकटतटस्थित वृन्दावन कानने महारम्ये कल्पद्रुमतलभूमौ चरणं शरणोपरिस्थाप्य तिष्ठन्तं घननीलं स्वतेजसा भासयन्तमिह विश्वम् पीताम्बरपरिधानम् चन्दनकर्पूरलिप्तसर्वाङ्गम् आकर्णपूर्णनेत्रम् कुण्डलयुगमण्डितश्रवणम् मन्दस्मितमुखकमलम् सकौस्तुभोदारमणिहारम् वलयाङ्गुलीयकाद्यानुज्ज्वलयन्तं स्वलङ्कारान् गलविलुलितवनमालम् स्वतेजसा पास्तकलिकालम् गुञ्जारवालिकलितं गुञ्जापुञ्जान्विते शिरसि भुञ्जानं सह गोपैः कुञ्जान्तर्वर्तिनं नमत मन्दारपुष्पवासित मन्दानिलसेवित परानन्दम् मन्दाकिनीयुतपदं नमत महानन्ददं महापुरुषम् सुरभीकृतदिग्वलयम् सुरभिशतैरावृतः परितः सुरभितीक्ष्णमहा सुरभीमं यादवं नमत धनी गुरुवर धाम निवास सुनो मन पुण्यन पुंज सौपाइए जू बनी दीन प्रपन्न रहो गुरु के नित सेवा सौताही रिझाइए जो मन ते हरि को गुरु को सुमिरो रसना सो सदा गुण गाइए जो क्षण भंगुर जीवन जानी मनाशन हूँ जनी व्यर्थ गवाइए जो सब धामन वारो वृंदावन पर वृंदावन हूँ, गुरु धाम पैवारो। जो गुरु के पद प्रीति जुरी, तो भजो चली आवे गो ब्रह्म विचारो। है हरि निर्मल भक्तन को गुरु है, अधमों को धारण हारो। औरन को गुरु हो या न हो, गुरु मेरो कृपालु सुभाग हमारो। औरन को गुरु हो या न हो, गुरु मेरो कृपालु सुभाग हमारो। बोलिए श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय, श्रीमद् युगल सरकार की जय, जगतगुरु उत्तम श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय, श्री रासेश्वरी राधा रानी की जय, श्री भक्ति धाम की जय, श्री राधा माधव धाम की जय। बोले सियापति रामचंद्र की जय, राम लला की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। आनंदमानंद कर प्रसन्नम स्वरूपम ब्रजभावयुक्तम योगीन्द्रमीड्यम भवरोगवैद्यम्
Kripalum pranamami nityam. Aho chitramaho chitram vande tat prema bandhanam yad baddham muktidam muktam brahma krida bhrigi kritam namah kamalna Kamal Maline Nama Kamal Namaste Kamale Kshana Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vaivedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagmangha Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Dear devotees, let us do a few minutes of Nam Sankirtan, and after that I'll explain something about Ram Tattva. Bhajo Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram.
Bhajo Raghupati Nati nati dha dhi na dhi nati. Bhajo
भजो
हित पावन सीताराम।
भजो पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
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 भजो पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
भजो रघुपति राजा राम।
भजो रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
भजो रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
भजो पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो पतित पावन सीताराम। भजो
पतित पावन सीताराम।
भजो रघुपति राघव राजा राम
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 भजो पतित पावन सीताराम
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 भजो रघुपति राघव राजा राम
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 बोलो साकेत बिहारी श्री राघवेंद्र सरकार की Radhe Radhe everyone, welcome to our weekend intensive. We're celebrating Ram Navmi this whole weekend. Ram Navmi was yesterday. We're celebrating Ram's appearance for the whole weekend by singing kirtan, doing smaran of Shree Ram and his leelas, and by thinking about the philosophy related to Shree Ram. So let us, first of all, think, who is Ram? भैया वॉल्यूम को कम कर दो थोड़ा सा, फीडबैक नहीं हो रहा है. So who is Sri Ram? We need to understand this, then we can think about what is our relationship to him and why do we celebrate Ram Navmi. Whenever we want to understand something, we always start with Vedas, because Ved is Vinirgat Granth. In other words, it wasn't made or produced by anybody. It is an eternal knowledge that's produced in the form of a book or many books here in this world, but the original form of Ved is always the same. Other scriptures are also divine and eternal, but they are Smrit Granth. They are produced by divine personalities from time to time, whereas Ved is not even produced by God. Ved is Nishvasitamasya Vedah. Although Ved itself says that the Ved is produced by the breath of God, but it's not that God created Ved. Just as the universe dissolves into God and is manifested in order to do the Srishti. And souls also lie dormant within God during the Pralay period and are again sent forth to take birth once Srishti happens. Similarly, Ved stays within God in a subtle form during Pralay and is produced in its visible form during Srishti. But Veda is always the same. It's an eternal power of God. That makes Veda the first and final authority on all spiritual matters. So when something is beyond our own experience, we go to Veda to find out. Who is Ram? Ram is defined by his own name, in fact. Ramante yogino nante satyanande chidatmani iti ramapade nasau parabrahma bhidhiyate. The Ram Tapaniya Upanishad says that the name Ram means, for starters, the one in whom great yogis do Ramana. They indulge in the bliss, in the personal, beautiful bliss of Sri Ram. He is Sat Chit Anand. He is the very form of divine bliss. He is beauty personified, bliss personified, and that Anand is alive. It is Chit, and it is everlasting and perfect. It is Sat. So Ram is Sat Chit Ananda Brahm. This mantra says the bliss, the personified beauty and bliss of Sri Ram is so great that even those great yogis who are already experiencing the bliss of formless God, they also engross their minds in the personal sakar bliss of Bhagwan Ram. So great is his beauty and blissfulness. Just like the example of Sitaji's father, King Janak. He was a Jnani Paramahansa. He had already transcended Maya and he was one with God in the formless aspect. But when he came face to face with Ram during his avatar, because he was qualified, he was already a divine personality, he was just unaware of God's blissful personal form. He thought God was a formless divine truth only. God is that also, but not only that. So when Vishwamitra brought Ram and Lakshman into Mithila and King Janak came face to face with Ram for the first time, he exclaimed, Inahi vilokat ati anuraga barbas brahma sukhahi manatyaga. My mind has been forcibly attracted to the divine beauty and the personified blissfulness of Ram's form. I was already absorbed in the bliss of formless Brahm, but now, without even making a decision, my divine mind was attracted to the personal beauty and bliss of Sri Ram. So this is what Ram means. Ramante yogino nante. In that Ram, great yogis absorb their mind. That's how blissful Sri Ram is. So he is Sat Chit Anand Brahm. Here it is told that Ram is Brahm. If we look at the name Ram in even more depth, Ved tells us, Ra Shabdo Vishvavachano Maschapi Shvaravachaka Vishwanamishvaro Yohi Yena Rama Prakirtita. Ra means Vishwa, the whole universe. And Ma means Ishwar, the Lord of, the governor of the whole universe. That is Ram. That is the meaning of Ra-ma. Ra means the universe. Ma means the ruler of that universe. Tena Rama Prakirtita. That's how Ram's name became famous. So Ram is Brahm, and Brahm is defined in Ved as Brihati Bringhayati iti tat param Brahma. Brahm means the one who is the greatest. There can be no one greater than Brahm. Brahm is infinite in every way. That is our Sri Ram. And just as we learned about Rama, Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayantyabhisam vishanti tad Brahma. Taittiriya Upanishad defines Brahm as the one from whom or out of whom the universe manifests, the one out of whom all the souls emerge, the one in whom the entire universe is currently established, and the one into whom the whole universe and all the souls merge at the time of Pralay. That Brahm is our ultimate goal, whom we need to attain. So that is Brahm, and that is Sri Ram. So Ram, the one you see, they make long TV series about, movies about, we sing his name, Ram, you see pictures of him. Who is he? He is Supreme God. He is Supreme Brahm. What is our relationship to him? Tulsidas Ji says, Swarath sanch jeeva kar eha man kram bachan ram pad neha. An interesting statement. He says the true swarth, the true self-interest of a soul is only one that is with body, mind, words, everything. We should love Sri Ram. Rama Pada Neha. We should attach ourselves and worship, attach ourselves to and worship the lotus feet of Sri Ram. This is where our true self-interest lies. So this is a very interesting statement that, okay, Sri Ram is Supreme God, and our self-interest is in worshiping Him. How so? We need to understand. Our true identity is the soul. We are not the body. So when we say swarth, swarath sancha jiva kah eha. Even Tulsidas Ji here is clarifying. Swarath sancha jivaka. The self-interest of your soul. In fact, it's redundant, right? When you hear Jagadguru Shree Kripalu Ji Maharaj explaining what is swarth, he said it is swa ka arth. Arth means your self-interest. What do you want? What's good for you? What are you trying to attain? That is your arth. So swa ka arth. What is swa? Swa means oneself. So apna arth. Swa ka arth. So what is swa? Means oneself. The self-interest of our true self. So what is our true self? Atma. So Atma ka arth is swarth. We often think Deha ka arth is swarth. That which makes our body happy is in our best interest. That which gives comfort to our body, that which gives pleasure to our body, that is our goal, that is our arth. But here Tulsidas Ji is saying your swa arth is actually of Jeev. Swaratha sanch, your true self-interest of your soul, 3 clarifications, is to love Shri Ram, nothing else. We are the divine soul and we are eternally related to Shri Ram. Loke nahi sa vidyeta yo na rama manuvrata. Valmiki Ramayana says, every soul is the eternal devotee of Shri Ram. So you would think, okay, then we're already doing what's in our best interest. Tulsidas Ji is saying, Swaratha sancha jivakar eha, manakrama bachana rama padaneha. Your true self-interest is in loving Shri Ram, and Valmiki is saying, there is no one who has ever lived, nor is there anyone, nor will there ever be such a soul who is not wholeheartedly dedicated to Shri Ram. Ram anuvrat. All souls are anuvrat to Shri Ram. So bas kaam ban gaya. We're already doing what's in our self-interest because we are already all devotees of Shri Ram. But someone may question, is it really so? There are so many people in the world who are proclaimed atheists. They will openly state that they don't believe in God. They don't believe in God or the form of God or any particular form of God. Then how are they devotees of Shri Ram? Oh, it's simple. Shri Ram is Sat Chit Anand. Out of those 3, the main is Anand, perfect divine happiness. And we are Mamaivansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Gita. We are all Ansh of Shri Ram. Of course, in Gita, Shri Krishna is saying all souls are my Ansh. But tomorrow you'll hear a couple of different times how there is absolutely no difference between Ram and Krishna. You say Krishna told the Gita to Arjun, I say Ram told the Gita to Arjun. You say Ram went to Lanka and killed Ravan, I say Krishna went to Lanka and killed Ravan. They're one and the same. There's no difference. Just the name is different. That's it. We call him by a different name. And there was an interval between when Ram came and did Leelas and was known as Ram, and when he came as Krishna and was known as Krishna, but they're one and the same. So in Gita, Shri Krishna says, all the souls are my Ansh. Because every soul is Ansh of Shri Ram, and Ram is Anand, so there's a natural desire for Anand. In fact, we are all dedicated devotees of Anand. From the moment we wake up in the morning, we're seeking only Anand, nothing else. We can't even think of anything else. We're perfect devotees of Anand. A perfect devotee means na chalati bhagavat padarvinda lavanimishardhamapiya savaishnavagriya. According to the Bhagavatam, a perfect devotee is one whose mind is never separated from the one that they're worshipping. You never forget the one that you are worshipping. And we never forget our desire for perfect happiness. The desire for Anand never fades from our consciousness even for a fraction of a second. It's, in fact, the driving force behind every single breath we take. We don't even look from this side to that side without a reason. And the reason is there Anand over there? Everything we do every thought is generated by this original driving force to seek Anand. And that Anand is none other than Sri Ram. So when we say, oh, we are always thinking of finding Anand, it means we're always thinking of finding Ram. It is the nature of every ansh to be drawn to their anshi. We are ansh of Anand. That is why we can't stop thinking of Anand. So we are perfect devotees of Sri Ram, in theory, indirectly. The problem is our love for Ram has been distorted. See, pure light comes from the sun, but it can be refracted. When it passes through a lens or a piece of glass, it can be refracted in different ways. And if you look through a piece of glass, the image behind it may be completely distorted. There's nothing wrong with the original thing. You're seeing it in a distorted way because as the light passes through that, it's changed. Our original love for perfect happiness is nothing else than love for Ram. However, that's distorted. You can say, Ram's light is coming down towards us, but it passes through Maya and gets distorted. This is one way of thinking about it. Because our mind is Mayic, our mind warps our initial desire for Ram into a desire for worldly enjoyments. The desire for happiness is still there, but we've distorted that desire from the desire to experience union with God to a desire for temporary sensual pleasures. So the original desire is the same, but now we've distorted it, and accordingly we run after the pleasures of the world. But our original desire is for Ram, who is none other than Anand, and the reason we have that desire is because we are eternally related to him as his ansh. Therefore, our ultimate goal is not just to know in theory that we belong to him, but to actually experience that. This is why Tulsidas Ji says, our true self-interest is in loving Ram. Right now, you can say we're loving Ram because we love Anand. We can't stop thinking about finding Anand. But because we've distorted that love into a love for the world, so we only attain the world. We don't attain the experience of Ram's love. We don't attain the experience of divine Anand. We get the distorted experience of Jagadanand. The material pleasures give us a distorted experience of happiness, which is limited in amount. Every second wears out and becomes boring and only lasts, even though it's there and it's getting boring every second, but then eventually it even ends. So this is the distorted Anand of the world. You could say, oh, but Ram is here. Siya Ram Maya Sab Jag Jani. The whole world is none other than Sri Ram. He pervades every particle. Then how can you say I'm not loving Sri Ram when I love this world? He pervades every particle of this world, someone may argue. But that's not the way it works. Yes, Ram pervades everything that we're attached to in this world. But we're still not attached to Ram, are we? What is our bhavana? Our bhavana is, I love this thing in the world. Our bhav is not, I love Ram. And we get the result of our bhav. We get the result of our intention. And our intention is to enjoy the world, not to love Ram. Even though indirectly we're enjoying Ram, indirectly we're loving Ram, but it's all distorted through the lens of Maya. It is not the original pure love. It is not the pure attachment to Sri Ram. So, the goal of our life is to dedicate ourselves completely to Sri Ram. Deh dhare kar yah phal bhai, bhaji Ram sab kaam bihai. When Sugriv was about to lead all his praja, all the people of his kingdom, into battle against Ravan in Lanka, then, of course, a warrior knows, I may die. This may be my last battle. Sugriv said, don't even worry about that. The deha dhare. You took this body for one reason only, bhaji Ram. To dedicate yourself to Sri Ram. So now you have the opportunity to offer this body for Sri Ram in fighting with him and for him. So you should happily be ready to do that. Don't worry about anything. Deha dhare kar yah phal bhai. There's only one reason you have this body, to serve Sri Ram with it. And sabakam bihai, diverting your mind from all the temporary pleasures of the world, absorb your mind in love for Sri Ram and use this body to serve him. So this is the only best self-interest of a soul, to use the body, mind, possessions, everything in service of Sri Ram and to worship Sri Ram, because only by doing that will we divert our mind towards him. This is the key. We've understood who is Sri Ram. He is Supreme God. He is Sat Chit Anand. He is our Anshi. We are his Ansh. We're eternally related to him. So we've also understood our relationship with him. Guru pitu matu na janau kau. I don't know anyone but you. You're my everything, Ram. In every life, I have a different mother, father, friend, teacher, but you are the one constant. You are always with me, and you will always be with me. So you are my mother, father, friend, brother. You're my everything. Lakshman said. So we know who is Sri Ram, we know what is our relationship to Sri Ram, and we know that the goal of our life is to experience that bliss of Sri Ram by meeting him face to face. We can receive his unlimited premanand. So how to do that? we have to simply join our mind with him through bhakti. Bari mathe baru hoy ghrit sikta te baru tel binu hari bhajan na bhavatariya yah siddhant apel. Tulsidas Ji says, there's no other way but bhakti to attain Shri Ram. You must join your mind, surrender your mind to him. Even if you could do other impossible things like you have dry sand and somehow you extract oil from it. Or you churn water and you get butter out of it. Even if you could make those impossibles possible, you still couldn't cross the ocean of Maya without doing bhakti to Shri Ram. Because Sodasi Raghubir ki samujhe mithya sopi chute naram kripa binu nath kahu padaropi. This Maya is a power of Shri Ram. Daivi hyesha gunmayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Shri Krishna says in the Gita, Maya is my power. So only by surrendering to Shri Ram and receiving his grace can you cross over Maya. This Maya that is distorting our sense of self, makes us think we're the body instead of the soul, and distorts our original desire for divine love into a desire for temporary sensual pleasures of this world. That Maya can only be defeated with the grace of Shri Ram, which is received when we surrender to him. That is why Sadhak Siddha Vimukta Udasi Kavi Kovid Kritagya Sanyasi Yogi Sur Sutapas Jnani Dharma Nirat Pandit Vigyani Tarahina Binu Se Mam Swami Ram Namami, Namami, Namami. Tulsidas Ji says, no one can cross Maya without surrendering to my Swami, Shri Ram, because only with his grace can you defeat Maya. So how to receive his grace? Lovingly surrender your mind. Ram hi keval prem pyara. Ram's heart is melted by our selfless love. Milahi na raghupati binu anuraga barabas brahma sukhahi man tyaga. Milahi na raghupati binu anuraga kiye yog jap dharma viraga. You can't attain Shri Ram just by doing these great practices of our scriptures. No, you must love Shri Ram. It is only loving devotion, in other words, bhakti, that results in receiving the grace of Ram. So no matter what we do, no matter what form of devotion we adopt, we always have to do loving remembrance, smaran of Shri Ram. Shri Ram, his leelas, his gunas, his name, all these things are one. His divine associates, they are all internally one, or you can say they are all various forms of Shri Ram himself. So as sadhaks who are trying to join our mind with Ram, all we have to do is bring any of those things into our mind. So we can think of Ram's name and chant his name thinking that this is Ram. He's sitting in his name. We can think of Ram's gunas, that means his personality. How do you describe Ram's behavior? What is he like? That's his gunas. So even thinking about that, those are also eternal divine qualities of Ram's personality. So that purifies your mind. Thinking of his leelas encompasses everything. His form, the qualities of his personality, his divine abode, his divine associates, they're all included in his leelas. You can think of Shree Maharaj Ji, that's also Shri Ram in another form. So you can think of Ram, you can think of Guru, you can chant his divine names, you can meditate on his leelas, as long as mentally we're putting in the effort to visualize Ram's form and his leelas, to lovingly remember our relationship with Ram and actually feel, sense his close presence with us, then we're creating a connection with him. That's the path. Nothing more is required. We do this loving remembrance of Shri Ram, that purifies our mind. When our mind is fully purified, then our divine Guru will give us Swarup Shakti, which makes that mind of ours divine. Then Chidanandamaya Deha Tumhari Bigat Bikar Jana Adhikari. Then we become adhikari to see Ram's Satchit Ananda form, his divine body, which he made visible during his avatar on this earth. But even then, if we had seen him, if we had bumped into him when he was here on the earth for 11,000 years, we wouldn't have recognized him because we didn't have a divine mind and divine senses. So we wouldn't have benefited from it. But by practicing devotion, as I described, we become qualified. And through Guru's grace, we get that divine mind and divine senses. And Ram himself will make an appearance just for us. And then you will never be separate from him. Once you see Shri Ram, that's forever. Sada pashyanti surayah tad Vishno paramam padam. Ved says sada pashyanti. Once you meet God, you'll keep seeing God forever. Because as we were just discussing, Shri Ram is everywhere. He pervades every particle of everything. So you are already breathing Shri Ram and eating Shri Ram and seeing Shri Ram and smelling Shri Ram, but you didn't know it because you didn't have the divine senses. So after God realization, your Shri Ram will be there with you always, wherever you go. And you can participate in his divine leelas as well and eternally experience his divine bliss. So as I mentioned, Shri Ram is none other than Shri Krishna. This is another important aspect of the philosophy. This has to be understood in more detail. So tomorrow morning at 11 till 12, I'll be explaining a kirtan of Shri Maharaj's that illustrates, it tells a leela that actually illustrates the oneness between Ram and Krishna. And we'll also hear a lecture by Shri Maharaj tomorrow that elucidates this point. So let us do some kirtan. You can lower the screen and show the kirtan. This simple and short kirtan written by Shri Maharaj that also reminds us of the oneness between Ram and Krishna. So let us practice Roop Dhyan and meditate on Ram and Krishna as we sing this. Avadh Bihari Raja Ram Bani aaye Vrindavan Shyam. Avadh Bihari Raja Ram Bani aaye Vrindavan Shyam. Avadh Bihari Raja Ram Bani aaye Vrindavan Shyam. Maryada Purushottam Ram Gopi Jan Vallabh Soi 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 Shyam. Avadh Bihari Raja Ram Bani aaye Vrindavan 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 Shyam. Maryada Purushottam Ram Gopi Jan Vallabh Soi 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 Shyam. Avadh बिहारी राजा राम बनियाए वृंदावन श्याम।
अवध बिहारी राजा राम बनियाए वृंदावन श्याम।
अवध बिहारी राजा राम बनियाए वृंदावन श्याम।
अवध बिहारी राजा राम बनियाए वृंदावन श्याम।
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम गोपी जन वल्लभ सोई 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 श्याम।
अवध बिहारी राजा राम बनियाए वृंदावन 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 श्याम।
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम गोपी जन वल्लभ सोई श्याम।
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम गोपी जन वल्लभ सोई श्याम।
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम गोपी वल्लभ गोपी जन वल्लभ सोई श्याम।
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम गोपी जन वल्लभ सोई श्याम।
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 मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम गोपी जन वल्लभ सोई श्याम।
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम गोपी जन वल्लभ सोई श्याम।
अवध बिहारी राजा राम बनियाए वृंदावन वृंदावन श्याम।
अवध बिहारी राजा राम, बन आए वृंदावन श्याम।
अवध बिहारी राजा राम, बन आए वृंदावन श्याम।
अवध बिहारी राजा राम, बन आए वृंदावन श्याम।
जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम।
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 जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम।
जय सिया राम, जय जय सिया राम।
जय Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai 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 Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram.
Now we're going to sing some Ramayana Chaupai. You all answer Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So you say it twice. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Ram. 2 times. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
सिया राम मैं सब जग जानी, करहु प्रणाम जोरी जुग पाणी।
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
हो सिया राम मैं जग जानी, करहु प्रणाम जोरी जुग पाणी।
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
ॐ मंगल मूर्ति मारुति नंदन, सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन।
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
ॐ मंगल मूर्ति मारुति नंदन, सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन।
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
ओ बंदं गुरु पद पद्म परागा, सुरुचि सुबास सरस अनुरागा।
Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
ओ बंदं गुरु पद पद्म परागा, रुचि सुबास सरस अनुरागा।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
मंगल भवन यमंगल हारी द्रवहु सुदशरथ अजीर बिहारी।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी द्रवहु सुदशरथ अजीर बिहारी।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
तरहि न बिनु से मम स्वामी राम नमामि नमामि नमामि।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
तरहि न बिनु से मम स्वामी राम नमामि नमामि नमामि।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
कलियुग केवल हरि गुण गावत नर पावत भव था।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
कलियुग केवल हरि गुण गावत नर पावत भव था।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
दीन दयाल विरद संभारी संकट भारी।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
दीन दयाल विरद संभारी। हरहु नाथ मम संकट भारी।
सिया
राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
ओ सीता राम चरण रति मोरे। अनुदिन बढ़ई अनुग्रह तोरे।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
ओ सीता राम चरण रति मोरे। अनुदिन बढ़ई अनुग्रह तोरे।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
अब प्रभु कृपा करहु एहि भांति। सब तजि भजन करौं दिन राति।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
अब प्रभु कृपा करहु एहि भांति। सब तजि भजन करौं दिन राति।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
देह धरे कर यह फल भाई। भजिय राम सब काम बिहाई।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
देह धरे कर यह फल भाई। भजिय राम सब काम बिहाई।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
अस अभिमान जाई जनी मोरे। मैं सेवक रघुपति पति मोरे।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
अस अभिमान जाई जनी मोरे। मैं सेवक रघुपति पति मोरे।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
कबहु करी करुणा नर देहि। देत ईश बिनु हेतु सनेहि।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
कबहु करी करुणा नर देहि। देत ईश बिनु हेतु सनेहि।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया
सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राधे श्याम श्याम सीताराम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीताराम राम राम राधे श्याम 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 सीताराम